greetings. Thank you for joining us. Okay, thank you for joining us. There's nothing new about the HAARP weather manipulation, as you can see, or those that are up north, at least in the U.S. Sending you sunshine and wider weather conditions. Gee, it's like an energy attack, you can say. So we'll go do. Yeah, it's just we just have to do what we gotta do. Of course, just do what you can. Of course, I'm in Florida, so we get the bottom half of everything. So our version's nothing like those up north. So yeah, that's but mind altering realities. That's a weird one that came through. So I don't know. I have to. Basically, it's kind of like psychedelic realities. Let's look at it that way. You know, you connect to a psychedelic frog, psychedelic elephant being, anything you can come up with. Pink elephant. Well, some have seen it. Well, you can imagine it. Yeah, we all kind of need that right now. Wherever it's warm. And also Ursa Major, and that's like the bear constellation. But so there are humanoid beings there. There's different, of course, humanoid beings that are kind of like us, but there's also feels like some of them don't really have any facial features. They kind of like definitely see a great. Yeah, you can say there's some AI sort of, not always, but if I had to come up with a here, I'll show this in a second. I have to remember where I'm getting this from. I wasn't planning on showing anything, but I have to remember. Let's see here. It's funny how there is some. Let's see here. 1 second. It's funny how this has artificial intelligence in it. You don't know what I'm talking about when I show it here. Okay. That was all. It is called AI. Oh, it's been telling you it's been a long time. Okay, all right. We'll just jump right into it. So I see these guys every now and then. Okay. Okay, we'll just go real quick. Jump into other things. Okay, we go here first. SimonTodd.com. As you can see, I have private sessions. Next week, I'm probably going to close out tomorrow. We have the shop here. I'm still probably pretty behind. I'm just slowly getting into December, and December is going away. So, also the webinar next week. You have the what is this? Social network and the behind the scenes. And so seeing these. I have to get myself organized here. So I see these beings every now and then. Look like that. And so, yeah, not all of them have AI, but so it's part of the movie AI. And this movie is kind of weird, but at the end it had aliens. And of course it has the blue fairy. But the movie's not great. It's actually pretty bad. It's actually really bad, actually. Actually, this movie is better. AI is just, it's okay, but it mostly sucks. But anyway, you have these guys at the end, and you know, yeah, they don't. Well, I mean, look, they don't have a face, so they don't have to deal. You know, they don't have to shave. They don't have to put makeup on. You know, they don't have to clip their toenails or anything like that. So it shows you that all of our, you know, all what we have to deal with, they don't have to have. So they have the less difficult. Not to say, I mean, I imagine a lot of people have had incarnations of beings like this, and they're kind of like AI energies. But this is what I feel. And also, I mean, that's not. It's these guys are in all different types of solar systems, but they do come up every now and then. So I'm not sure what this is. Whatever that is. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, those type of beings. That's what I feel at an Ursa Major, but like I said, they're all over the place. That's the show that makes it easier to explain it. It's just easier. It's like, yeah, a being with no face and no facial features. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So at least that's one way of. That's about all I have for that. So, all right. So HAARP. Oh yeah. So HAARP. I feel like they are doing stuff underground, which is like everything else. Just keeping things quiet for obvious reasons. And of course, they're still doing. I think the HAARP. I think HAARP is still active, at least the public version of it. I'm pretty sure it's still alive and well. I just took a look at it, but I don't think they're. Yeah, it's in. If you're wondering where it is or what it looks like, of course they get the blame for everything based on the conspiracy theory energies. I don't know if they have experimental proposal. Oh, that's good. You're gonna submit your how to screw the world over. I'm not sure if they're hiring or anything. Either way, yeah, government's known to do all kinds of things. This is like more of a world government type of energy. So it's not just US, it's everywhere. But the US is kind of under attack as usual for various different reasons. Well, for the US to start, for people of the US to start evolving or not evolve, slowly evolve. So okay, all right. At least waking up eventually to some level. Well, this can't go on forever. They can't keep screwing around. Well, they can screw around for a long time, but they can't do it forever. Eventually, society will grow out of it. I'm not sure when, though. It's another story on that one. So, okay, or what's happened to HAARP? What just happened to HAARP itself and its reasons for doing what it does? Yeah, that'd be nice. Mind altering realities, and then Ursa Major. So, and those beings I just showed. Okay, all right, sending energies. All right, this is Christmas Eve. I'm early Christmas Eve. So, all right, blessings. Greasy, we are the HAARP consciousness. Yes, we are designed to take energy away from people, take away their power, take away their individual support. So basically, you are more wanting part of the hive mind, kind of like forcing a hive mind mentality. Because a hive mind is basically how they control realities. Basically, as many have a certain belief system. So you have like millions of people part of a belief system. That's kind of a high mind, not fully one, but they have the same belief systems, like the weather situation that's happening now. It's like you just accept it, you just go through it, and even if it is a manipulation, many don't see it that way, so they just deal with it. But many of you feel like there's a manipulative energy there, and things can be changed. So also, those that you want to change reality, yes, you want to alter the reality altogether. So you have a winter with no snow. Maybe some, but nothing like it is now. No blizzards, and just basically a peaceful winter, which can happen. But obviously, others have other plans, the beings that are doing this. Because many humans go through depression, and this is kind of like to make it worse, even to heal it possibly. It's just those that control reality. It's like they wanted a white Christmas, well, they're going to give you one, even forcing it down their throats. Now they will let up over a couple of years, but there's some that they want to hit it with everything they got, just because they can. Obviously, those that are part of the government mentality, they're going to take, there's hive mind, and there's different hive minds here to keep you, part of this system. Like I say, many just accept it. Oh, they talk about weather manipulation, and of course, many just roll their eyes. Of course, they will, as part of the program. Of course, yes, you have a presidential energy that's manipulated. Of course, and not just your presidential, but many government officials are there, but not there. I mean, they're there physically, but they're not really there. Yeah, they're programmed individuals, which is, you can say there's like artificial intelligence programming their soul to be a certain being. So they are there physically, but they have counterintelligence telling them what to do, connected to your Navy, and it goes deeper and deeper. And it's difficult to detect. Of course, those that go by the book and do everything they're being told kind of gives you an idea who's part of the system. Not to say they've been totally hijacked, no. Usually it's beings that don't show themselves, don't make themselves well known. They kind of keep themselves, quote, stealth. And maybe like the last person you'd ever think that would be under that type of program is difficult to detect overall. Yeah, even psychically, it's hard to pick up on, but because they cover up their tracks, those that are running your reality. And yes, much of this is off-world. And off-world beings are surprised that humans tolerate all of this. It's beyond them. The beings that cause this. So there are worlds where they have beings that are here to help you, and beings that are cause you trouble, and they're on other planets, and they do live among each other, and they're just surprised that humans put up with all of this. That humanity has not fully reconsidered their contract with beings that are manipulating your reality. Yes, it's complicated. It's truly complicated. It's part of the human. Some accept this as a human experience. This is just how it is. And they teach their families how to deal with it. And it just goes on throughout the generations. But we'll come to a point where this program will come to an end. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen soon. So the weather manipulation energy is consciousness. It's where humanity is at also. It's like, there's rage in the storms themselves. Yes, there's also a cleanse, yes. And there is a positive connection too. Yes, the freeze of frequencies. So there is a positive energy that comes with it. And that's why some of these events happen, because there's a light and there's a dark connected to it. So yes, it might freeze things out. And yes, it's difficult. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel too. Some don't want to see their families. Some are glad this blizzard happened. Some are just kind of forced to connect their families. Like, I have to go fly as people. I don't know if I can handle it. And so many are thankful this is happening. It's like, oh no, there's a storm, and good. So there's a lot of that going on too. And it's just that it just shows people to plan ahead. Connect differently. There's different reasons. Not everybody needs, not all families need to connect. They'll find other ways to connect. They truly care about each other. They'll find a way to make it work. It doesn't have to mean you have to go through a storm to get there, but you'll find other ways. There's springtime, there's summertime, there's other times to reconnect. So just that whether it's like, blizzards every winter, maybe it's time to, redo your calendar there. So it's just, it's part of the Earth test. And there's still meaning that you can have still winters, maybe not so deadly, but it is a cleanse also. So there's positive, yeah, those that are causing difficulties here sees a positive also. So you just, yeah, there might be, say, a positive spin to it, but there is actually positive to everything. Everything that happens, there's always a negative and positive to everything. There is always a good side to all things. It's just some might get disappointed, some might want it a certain way, but if you just go with the flow, it will all work itself out. Yes, plans are canceled, but if you're meant to go to a certain place, you will find that place eventually. So, the Grand Canyon of, yes, the recent trip to Grand Canyon. Just, yeah, Sedona itself is like its own creature. Of course, it's at every place, but Sedona has a lot of mysteries within it. It's kind of like a haunted house to some level. There's good there, but there's also a lot of complications there. But as for the rest of the world, yes, it's just that when you look at all events, the dark side, the light side, and look at it from both sides, it does make things easier in the long run. Instead of just blaming the bad people for everything. If you just go with it and see the positive out of the situation, it can heal you. Others might see it as a weakness, but you're not going against it. You're kind of not, you're just going with what the collective needs for its growth. And you will be, rewarded as needed. But if you keep going against it, like it just shouldn't have happened, that shouldn't have happened. You just go with reality. It will help you heal faster. It'll help you evolve. You can still evolve. Others get mad that these certain things happen and just they don't evolve. They just kind of stay still. So, blessings. Grace you. We are the consciousness of the astral plane. The astral plane is however you want to be served up a reality. And as this multiple realities, it goes on forever. Some of you, yes, might leave Earth through death, but create a reality, a pocket reality. We are on Earth forever. You can also live the same time period forever, also. And, meaning that ghost beings, they have a purpose. It's like they're just not done with that time period. So it goes on and on and on and on. You think you've seen something repetitive. You have not seen the ghost realms. It doesn't mean they go through the same situations, but they do hold on to the same era for a long, long time. Some are still living in the 1950s. You have all these parallel realities connecting to. And sometimes, yes, you can actually build technologies. You're not quite there yet. You can use your own intuitive abilities to tap in to certain places where some of you actually have this. Parallel reality speaks to you. And that can be kind of mind altering. It's like, a reality can almost like punch you or really get your attention if it really wants your attention. And sometimes that's another version of yourself or just somebody that you know. So if it's somebody that you know that's in that pocket reality, they can come and shove you. And it's just not, your sensitive senses aren't fully open to other realities. That'll drive you crazy, of course, in the physical realm. But as you become more aware of it, there's so many multi-dimensional realities here. Yeah, it's like there's more than 1,000 realities, millions and millions. It's like a book that doesn't end. And you'll see many souls are trapped in certain realities, but that's for their growth. And don't say it's necessarily you might see it as a trap. For them, it's unfinished business. And so, yes, many are worried about going into the light or some kind of whatever. Well, that's where the soul, it's wherever you need to go for your growth. You've already seen this world, so it's your soul's going to be attracted to wherever it needs to go. So just basically not to worry about it. If you're living with worry all the time and you're scared of everything, scared of death, you can prolong your death for so long. But yes, those that are scared of death can actually create a parallel reality where they can be trapped for a long time, especially when those are like miniature mini dictators. They're dictating people and sucking the energy out of them. Yeah. Yeah, some get, I'm not going to go into all those details of it, but it can get kind of, I mean, as a spirit being, as an alien consciousness, it can get kind of tiring seeing what people put themselves through, but it can also be very educational. So you go into the ghost realms, it's like going through a museum. There's that person in that reality. They're not coming out anytime soon. There's that person in that reality. They're not coming out anytime soon. And you go on and on with that. They, they're just whatever they need to go through. So, but there are mind altering realities. That's where you connect to psychedelics when you're just high all the time. And those realms go on forever. Yeah, you could be in those realms. I mean, it might seem like it's 5 minutes here, but it can be 10,000 years in the linear year. Like you'd be there forever. And here it's just 5 minutes. So yeah, you go through your astral experience, it could be 10,000 years in the astral realm. And you experience like multiple lifetimes. Like you can go to sleep and experience all these lifetimes at once, 5 or 6 lifetimes, or whatever you want to do. It's like, so every time you go to sleep, you can experience another lifetime somewhere else. It's like that reality, I'm 30. That one, I'm 40. And go on and on. So it doesn't mean you're going to experience it in its full, but either way, it's some of the places that some of you connect to. Yeah, it's like driving down a highway, yeah, going just as fast as you can. So it doesn't always have to make sense. But little by little, as you evolve, you'll see more and more details that are needed for this reality. Well, because eventually humanity will start to see the astral plane much clearer. And you might see a city in the sky eventually. Right now, people will be freaked out about it. Oh, they still have their own darkness to heal. Only reason the lower realms exist is the darkness within the soul has not been cleared. So everybody has their own personal hell. Well, you can go to. Doesn't mean you have to go to, but some. So it kind of creates the lower dimensions. So that's nice. Greetings to you. We are from Ursa. Major blessings. Yes, as a extraterrestrial energy, as you would call us, we do see your world as brother, sister, relative. Yes, living the human experience in the physical realm. The physical realm, many of us don't fully understand, especially, yes, why humans have put themselves through this type of I wouldn't call it debauchery, but it's kind of like that. But it's like climbing a mountain. It's like really going into yourself further than others would go into. So you wonder at those that you feel like you're going within, you actually are right now. You're just not aware of it. You're really going into the cavern of your soul where you need to go to, what you need to pull out, what you need to experience. You're here to make, others are kind of torturing themselves in this reality. And many of you come here to bring more enlightenment, to help them go through it. So many are going to the battle of the soul by being, yes, in the physical. And now the physical, yes, some do call it punishment. Because in the astral realm, everything happens easily and you can access so much, but being a physical is kind of a risky incarnation. Many souls will not do it, not at this level. There's other physical reality. Well, other physical realities that can just jump out of their body. This one, it makes it more difficult. That's what been more of the challenging, aspects of this reality. Is you can't really, yes, you an astral, you can in your sleep state, you can go off out of your body, but technically you're still connected to it. But the other reality is when life gets hard, you just leave your body. This world puts a stop to it because there's this lessons that have not been learned here, and universe beings that come here. So yeah, this is a template to heal, to get over yourselves. There's different reasons for it, but it's a necessary reality. And if this world closes down, others would take its place, and there are others that are kind of doing the same thing. They just all have their own kind of flavor of what you go through here. This when you don't have things going for you as you like to, yes, it makes things more difficult, of course. Well, when things are not going your way, you go deeper into your soul consciousness. You really see who you really are. Always in the physical realm, you see more of your darker side, whatever it is. You can always bring more of your darker side out, but you can also bring more of your lighter self through. Also, you always have a choice. So it depends. You go through all these challenges, and what side of yourself comes out. So yeah, it's kind of like a pressure cooker. And just to see how you. So if you go through all these challenges, are you going to be a lighter being or a darker one? It's your choice. Some feel like they don't have choice, but you actually do. It might not be a choice that you're looking for, but it's like you're going through all these challenges and how you handle it. Now you decide if you're passing or not. But if you have a more positive energy, like you might be going through hell, but you are decent to others and being halfway kind to others, that says a lot. That's a lot of maturity there, because others that are going through a lot of trouble are not always nice to everybody, or those that have everything are not nice to everyone. So just really how you treat others has a lot to do with this experience. So, blessings.